know how I feel about the formal announcement at the very beginning, the whole hello ladies and gentlemen.
I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say hello to everybody in sign language this time. Are you ready?
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Ready? Here it is. Did you
that
guys
was
catch that?
beautiful. Yeah, no, that was
Thanks.
that was amazing, Deonte.
Thanks. I've been practicing. Hello, hey guys, we're back with another one of these.
Yeah,
Goodness,
no.
Amanda.
I'm
Goodness.
it was a lot trying to get this on, and it was so easy to fix, and I'm so angry about it, but it's
It's
fine.
okay.
Um I'm gonna apologize now. I came down with strep last weekend,
Oh my
so
god.
my voice is gonna be a little weird the entirety of this, weirder than it already is. So sorry, everybody.
I did not know that you had strep. A sickness is going around in my school right now, and your boy's been chugging orange juice for 3 days straight. No
Yeah,
lie.
no, the doctor, I'm so glad that I went to it before it got really bad, because like I had caught it right before it was getting real bad. So I went to the doctor's office and they gave me amoxicillin, and now I feel a lot better. It's just I'm very clogged,
Oh,
especially my nose and my throat. So I'm sorry for all the snorts and coughs and everything that I'm going to be doing throughout. Also the grogginess in my voice.
it is okay. I've almost reached that point myself. Yeah, no, school's been. Oh, okay, no, hold on. I'm gonna ask you first. How is your world, Amanda? What's going on in Amanda's world besides sickness? That sounds
I
kind of
mean,
sad.
yeah, no, it is. It's really sad. But other than that, I've been trying to get my life back on track. I started journaling daily and planning, and I straightened up my desk, and I bought cool gadgets for my desk to hold things, and I'm doing better at it. It's
Wow,
pretty cool.
that's awesome. Holy
Just
crap!
just chugging along. It is the beginning of October, Deontay.
It is. Oh, it's still 97 degrees though. The world
Climate
is
change
either
is really
ending.
all. I'm sorry I had to say it.
Yeah, we're kind of
So
not doing
hot
too
in the
hot.
mountains. It's hot in the mountains. Today's high was 86.
Oh my goodness. I pray for you and your mountain people.
How was your world, Deontay?
Oh boy. Let me tell you. I'm kind of over this whole college thing. I know that sounds kind of
Oh,
I
I
don't know,
feel
maybe
you.
harsh.
I literally feel you.
When
So
you first
excited
come
for fall
in,
break.
when you first come into this entire environment, you have is it rose colored rose
Yeah,
tinted
rose
glasses?
rose colored glasses.
Rose colored, yes, you have those. And everything is amazing. Everything's new. You don't have parents to worry about. You can go and do whatever you want. But I mean, that only lasts for like a month. And then once you
Yeah.
realize, oh, I'm still here. Like I have to live here, and this is also my school. It's not as fun, if I'm being
No, not
honest.
nearly as fun. Like it's at some
Oof.
point you're just like, what am I doing? Like, is this the rest of my life? Just going day in and day out?
Exactly. I came here to animate. I'm an artist. I came here to make art, and I have a photography class, as you guys know, but that's not my major. I it's incredibly frustrating whenever I have to I have to jump through all these hoops just to get the opportunity to animate, and I don't even I mean, okay, I'm not gonna complain too much. I don't mean to sound too negative because I do have an animation class that I'm waitlisted for next semester, so fingers crossed. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I'm
I
gonna
hope
get into
that
that.
get you get that. Yeah, that'd be
Thank you,
really
but
nice for you.
I am so ready. I am kind of over having a roommate. He's cool. If you're listening, hey man, you're cool. But it's just, it, mm,
It's a
as
lot.
I've
I'm
been,
already
it
looking
is a
for
lot.
apartments. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm currently doing. I'm looking for apartments around campus, and I realized I don't want an apartment, but I want a townhouse with my friends. So that'll be really nice.
That sounds
To have an
amazing.
actual house.
Ooh, are you guys gonna end up being like the Jersey Shore people?
No.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a place as well. Who knows where I'll end up? I really don't enjoy living on campus. One, the Wi-Fi here sucks. Two, I've heard some people having some wild sex
Oh my god.
everywhere, all the time. It's not even like a ooh kind of thing. It's like, are you guys freaking kidding me? It's 10:30. Stop. Everyone hears you. Okay. Okay, I think I got it out of my system. On a positive note, I am in a completely new area, and that means that I've got to find a new barber. And so I've got an amazing
Ooh.
story for you about that. Today, I
Okay.
went and I found the nearest barber that I could that was high quality. I'm not a stickler for barbers. I'm not too uppity about barbers. I'm kind of chill. So I just look for a place that's pretty cool. And I was looking at the places around here, and I found a place that was actually pretty interesting.
Mhm.
For a lot of you out there that have like straight hair, let me tell you a thing about black people hair. It's its own thing. It's really weird. Ugh, I can't explain it. It's curly in a way that doesn't make any sense. You can't, like, if I were to go to Great Clips, I can't go to Great Clips because they wouldn't have any idea what to do with me. You got to go to your respective barber. You got to go to someone that understands. And if you are a customer of Great Clips, you have a different experience than going to a black barber shop.
You have
I
such a
oh,
different experience. It's uncanny.
It really is. And that's not to say that Great Clips and all those other places are not amazing. They're pretty awesome. They're amazing, I'm sure. It's like night and day. Going to a black barber shop, you go in there, they make you feel like you live there. They make you feel like family, that you tell stories, you gossip with
Mhm.
them, you talk about the game, you learn about all their aunties and their grandmas, and it's just great. It's just great. And they know how to cut your hair. And so if I were to walk into Great Clips and say, "Hey man, can you get me a ball fade and shape me up?" They'd be like, "A bald what?" So it's
They'll be like, what?
yep.
I
Oh
can
god.
give you a trim.
I've got some scissors. No, ma'am, please don't come near me. Okay, okay. So I took a chance today and I went to a place that is not a black barber shop. And that's cool. I'm fine with whoever cutting my hair, but I'm always concerned that they're not gonna know what to do with it because as I told you, you can't cut it with scissors. It just doesn't work like that. I mean you could, but like you can't. It's like a sponge. You can't really get in there. So I went today and Amanda, let me tell you, good God. I went in the barber shop. I was immediately greeted by, I guess it's the lady, I don't know what they call her. She's the woman that's at the front. I had a reservation that I had made.
Oh my
And I said, "Yeah, I'm here
goodness.
for a reservation for Deonte." She said, "Walk back there. Chris will get you." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I
Okay,
go, he's like,
Chris.
"Hey man, how's it going?" Chris is tatted up. He's got a huge, awesome beard. If you're, I don't think he's listening, but if you find this somehow, Chris, what's up, man? You're great. And so I walk in, I sit in there. It looks really cool. There's like one of those things that you pull on to get beer to my left. It looks like a bar in there. It's dope.
Oh
It's
my
dope.
goodness, that sounds
And
really
so
cool.
yeah, and so the chairs have this weird rustic steampunk vibe going on. So they
Ooh.
look like they're made of all kinds of metals and it's gold and black. So I sit down and the first thing Chris does is he walks up to me and he's like, "Hey man, you want an airhead?" I'm like, "What?" And so he's like shaking a whole pack of airheads in my face, and he's like, "You want an airhead? You can have one." I was like, "Dude, yes, I want an airhead. Who are you?"
Hell
And
yeah.
so that is yeah. And so I sit in the chair. He asks what I want. I let him know, and he doesn't give me a look of confusion. He immediately understands. He's okay, all right. And so he goes. He starts going at it. It's pretty cool. And I forgot when I made my reservation that I had apparently signed up for the hot towel treatment. I had no idea what that was, but I was sitting in that chair, Amanda, and this man, he blows off the hair on top of my hair and all over my face with this huge like pressure thing. It's like crazy. And so I sit there and I'm like, "Ooh, this is fancy." And then he busts out the shaving cream and boom, boom, back of my
Ooh.
neck, shaving
That's
cream. I'm
really
like, "Whoa,
cool.
dude, this is crazy." He shaves the back of my neck and the very bottom of my head, and then the hot towel comes out, Amanda. He walks over in front of me and opens this
Oh
incubator
my
looking thing,
god.
and he takes a black hot towel and he wraps it around the area where he put the shaving cream, and then he wraps it around my face, and it covers it, like cups my eyes so I can't see anything, but I'm surrounded by warmth. And so I was thinking to myself, this is it. This is heaven. I've reached the peak,
And then he
the
just reaches
pinnacle.
up and he fucking slices your neck open
Oh my
and
god.
starts feasting from your blood.
Jeez. So I got up and he showed it to me, in proper barber fashion. He spun me around. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Thank you. And, most barbers, they're very confident. They're like, yeah, I did that. But he was like, he was humble. I said, this is amazing. He said, oh, really? Thanks. I tried my best. And I was like,
Oh,
you know what? I really appreciate you trying your best on my head, dude. That's great. Thank you for that. So it was a great experience. I trust them now. I trust them.
yeah.
I didn't
My
walk out of there crazy.
my barbershop finding experience was a little different than yours. It wasn't like
Oh,
no steampunk type thing or like I didn't get a spa treatment, but it was really nice. The man he was a black man, and I walked in and it was just a standard barbershop that you would find in where we live at back at home, but in the mountains, which is really hard to find because like there's just so many white people.
oh boy.
It was
Man,
so,
I
and
bet.
I felt at home because he was playing the radio station, like he was playing like the R&B radio station, and we were listening to Beyonce and all the old classics, and I was like, okay, I
Nice.
like how this
That's
is
nice.
going, and he gave me my
That's
fade.
that's cool. That makes me happy.
How
Okay,
much
that's
was
cool.
your haircut?
I'm not proud to say if I'm being honest. Take a guess. Take a guess. How much would you?
Um, I like to say 30.
Okay. With a tip, yes, it was 30 because he
Okay,
was cool.
okay. Mine was literally just $20. Like it was 18, and I give him a $2 tip.
That's cool.
I wouldn't give him a $2 tip normally. I would normally pay like $10 out for the tip, but I only had $40 and two 20s. So I didn't want to ask for change because that's so awkward. And he was like, "Really? A tip? I don't think these white people be tipping him."
Oh no, oh, it's okay, bro. If I ever
My
stroll
friend
through town.
Yeah, no, my friend Kevin, he just be doing it. Like, but
Oh no,
I was the only one he talked to too, because there was like a bunch of white people that came in. Nothing wrong with white people, like you
we
know.
love you guys.
Yeah,
We
we
love
love
all of
you
you.
guys. Y'all just do some crazy stuff sometimes.
Oh
But
no.
it was so funny because he was like talking to me like if it was like a shop back at home,
Hmm.
and immediately whenever the more people started to come in, he changed the radio station from R&B to like rock, classic rock, and it
Holy.
was like playing Sweet Caroline and stuff like that.
Whoa.
That was pretty
Wow.
funny.
That is, man. Okay. Yeah, barbers are great. They're good people.
No, they are.
They are good people. Oh boy. It is spookin' season officially, Amanda.
Yes,
Technically,
very excited.
I have prepared a story that fits the theme. Kinda, it's I think it'll fit the theme. It'll honestly, I want one of these things. I know that sounds crazy. Well, you'll know what I'm talking about once I say what I'm gonna say, but they're kind of cool. They're kind of friggin' awesome. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. Are you ready for me to set that scene?
Yes.
Okay, everybody. You know the drill at this point. Get a blanket. Get close. I don't know. Get some food, maybe. Not Takis. Those are really loud, so you wouldn't. Okay. Anyways, here we go. All right, Amanda. So you decided to go on a hike with a few friends, which is very, very, very relevant to your surroundings
Yeah,
right now.
no, I like a hike sometimes.
Okay, so you decided to go on a hike with a few friends. The trees are swaying in the wind as the sun hits your face. You feel complete happiness as you explore the wonders of the outdoors with those that you call your family. Time flies when you're having fun. You look up from your rose covered glasses to see that nighttime is nearly upon you. As you make the trek out of the woods, you turn around to give directions to your friends, and they're gone. What you see in their place sends chills down your spine. Many questions run through your mind as you try to piece together what you see. The most prominent question being, why does it have red eyes? Everybody listening, get ready. It's so dramatic. We're talking about the Black Shuck.
The what?
So
What the hell is
it's called the
that?
Black Shuck.
That sounds
It's
like
not
some
a
Mothman type shit.
it's not a piece of corn, I promise.
That's what it sounds like. A black
Okay.
piece of corn.
That'd be so weird. I would be like, dude, why is that thing
that
looking at
freaks
me?
that already freaks me out more.
Okay. I'm gonna get into this. I'm serious. You guys are gonna want one of these too. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just weird. It's
I
so
think
cool. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Amanda. I'm excited.
I know you are. You sound very excited.
Okay, so I did a different way of sorting my notes this time. So I have, oh God, I have the description and whatnot at the very beginning. So you guys won't have to wait to hear what it looks like and such. And there are people screaming. They're ready for this too. The Black Shuck is a massive black wolf that is way larger than any wolf that we see regularly. Some of these creatures can stand as tall as a horse. The Black Shuck has only one red eye, and it's shaped like a disc, and it glows red. And sometimes in different tellings of the story, it's green. So yeah, the lights from its eyes, it's like a floodlight basically, but it's an eyeball. Think of a
Yeah,
Cyclops and a huge wolf.
that's so
And
strange.
when I say it's the size of a horse, I mean that standing on its four legs, it is as tall as a horse. Think of, what do you call those wolves from fairy tales? Dire wolves. They're like dire wolves. They're huge.
Big.
Picture okay, so obviously it's black. Picture a black giant wolf Cyclops.
Oh,
I don't
wait. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it sounds weird. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed that it has one eyeball, but a lot of the stories say that it has one eyeball.
Mhm.
So people kind of change it. It goes back and forth. It's
It kind of reminds me of the hellhound almost.
ooh, yes, you'll ooh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna continue. That I can't say anything, or you'll be like, whoa. Okay. The appearance changes from story to story. And so they appear at different sizes. Some of them are the size of actual dogs, and they're just regular wolves walking in the woods. They don't look too crazy. Some of them are a little bit bigger and maybe the size of, I don't know, what's up from a dog? I guess like a sheep.
Pony?
A pony, yeah. Okay, yeah, pony size. That's a good measurement. And then the really big ones are the horses, the horse-sized ones. Okay, so they will appear rabid and highly aggressive when you see them in the wild, and they'll be laser focused on getting their next meal. So you could be their next snack.
Eat.
Yeah, they are super into hunting, and what I'm about to tell you soon is gonna make that kind of interesting. You'll see how they hunt, kind of. It's really awesome. I wish I had some of these abilities, if I'm being completely.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So not this ability in particular, but their howl is so terrifying that it can make your blood literally run cold. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either, but I don't want that to happen. I don't think that's good.
I'm gonna try to find the sound of one of their howls. If I find it, it will be inserted in the podcast here. You'll hear it. Oh, here it comes. Okay.
I'm so scared.
Oh wow, that was a crazy howl. If I found it, not, we're just if I can't find it, I'm just gonna.
You're like, whoa.
If I can't find it, I'm gonna insert something funny. So either way, it's a win. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Black Shuck also makes zero sound when it approaches a target. So picture you're in the woods and you hear absolutely nothing, and you think, okay, I'm fine. There's nothing coming close to me, nothing walking up to me, and it's right behind you.
Oh.
So there's no way to hear it. Like even when it's sprinting, it doesn't make any sounds. You can't. There's no way for you to tell that it's coming near you unless you see it in the flesh or in whatever it is. I don't know what those things are. Ugh. So this is where things get kind of weird because you'd think, oh, it's a wolf. It's a physical wolf. You can touch it. You can pet it. That sounds cute, right? But it has one eye, so not really. At times, they appear headless, and they're also seen floating on carpets of mist.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say a carpet, and I was about to be like, okay, Aladdin.
Oh God, that'd be so weird. I can imagine.
Really weird. Just them on carpets, like surfing.
Imagine if you're in the woods and like you're walking, minding your own business. Then you look up in the air and you see a wolf on a freaking carpet of mist. Like, oh shoot! And you try to run.
Be like, how you do that, son?
Oh my goodness. See, that'd be sick though. Like a carpet of mist. That would be crazy. I don't know how they do that. Okay, so we're gonna get into the origin of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild. I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of these names. So if you are from the places that I mentioned here, or if you're from the British Isles, I am sorry. I tried really hard. It's one of those things.
They're British.
Okay.
They got accents.
Ooh, that'd be kind of weird if it came up to you as like,
wolf.
give me your money. I'm gonna nick the money. I'm sorry. Hey, to the British listeners, I'm sorry. We're sorry. Your friends listen to the crap. I don't remember your name, but Amanda's friend that has a British accent. We love you so
Jasmine.
much. Jasmine, hi. Your British accent is great. We really
We do.
keep
we
it
do.
up. But if you see a wolf and it's with one eyeball, maybe you guys have more in common than you might think. I don't know. Okay. I don't think they can speak. Okay. Anyways, the origin for this. The Black Shuck is thought to roam in the east. I'm going to try to pronounce this Anglia. Anglia? I'm not really sure. There are a lot of beasts similar to this one recorded across the British Isles as well. So it's a bunch of different creatures down there. Not everyone is 100% sure what's going on down there, but apparently the British Isle is kind of wild. I don't know. I kind of want to check it out though. It sounds pretty. British Isles. Maybe not. Maybe it's like a
Sounds
maybe
like Neverland.
it kind of does. Okay. So the Black Shuck roams the land of East Anglia, specifically coastlines, graveyards, side roads, crossroads, bodies of water, and dark forests. So you can pretty much find this thing anywhere if you're in the British.
just like the deer.
Just maybe don't walk anywhere. That would save you. Side roads, crossroads, dude. If you're at an intersection, you're done.
And you just see one of them shits in the middle.
Ew, that'd be so floating on.
That reminds me of like when you like the devil thing where you see him at the crossroads.
Whoa,
like that's like a thing where like the devil sits at crossroads.
I did not know that. What? Wait.
Yeah, there's like a thing about like there's like something with the devil and like intersections at crossroads.
That is so weird.
Maybe we'll talk about that in another episode. Ooh. But yeah, that's like a big thing.
Wow, that is crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, is he actually? Is it him in his full, or is he?
I think it's like a portal. I think it's like a portal, like a place where activity like that runs.
That's crazy. You might go to turn on. I don't know. Go to turn to get into Walmart's parking lot, and boom, you're in hell. I'd be dude,
technically
what the
you would be.
in? Yeah, I guess. Oh snap!
I ain't mean to roast Walmart. You trying to work with us?
Oh, no. Walmart's like, our sponsors have been pulled from this podcast immediately. Okay. So yeah, they just like to chill. I don't know why my voice kind of cracked just then. They just like to relax, I guess, at crossroads. What if they are those people that direct the traffic at the crossroads? That'd be kind of cool.
At least they're doing something good for the world.
At least they are. When you said that the devil has a thing for crossroads, there's a lot of homeless people that like to sit at crossroads. Are they demons? Whoa. That's the real conspiracy theory. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Please don't avoid the homeless. They're people. Please.
They're just trying to live. They just see, they're like, oh, there's high activity here.
Yes, they're trying to make some plays out there, some power plays. So if you see a homeless person, please give them a little bit. I mean, okay, if they're kind of crazy, maybe not, but like help the ones you can. It goes a long way. This is the Oh What a World podcast after all. They're a part of it. Okay.
Oh.
Homeless activists is what we are.
Yes.
Oh goodness, it sounds like we're promoting homelessness.
We're not promoting homelessness. We're just promoting.
Don't sell your house. Oh god.
Where are we going?
No, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. So for years, the people of England have told stories of these dark figures that roam the land. So it's kind of similar to, think of Bigfoot, but in England. They don't really have a Bigfoot technically. So this is one of their urban legends. And I assume this is what they put in their stories and stuff for children. Like, ooh, don't go into the woods alone. I don't know what you call those things where people read them and they learn lessons from them. There's like a word for it. I don't know. Anyways.
I know what you mean.
All right. We're about to get into some lore. This is where things get kind of crazy. And I'm just going to give you a warning now. If you guys do not like me butchering phrases and the way that I say things, I'm sorry. This is from England, and it's really hard. We're going to be talking about a dude named W.A. Dutt, which is a fantastic name, Mr. Dutt. I really love it. It's great. He's a cool guy. So, Mr. Dutt, He is one of the people that has been kind of cataloging all the weird stuff that happens along the British Isle. He wrote a bunch of books, and the Black Shuck, it happens to be in one of his books. And so he writes about all the creatures that he either encounters. I'm not sure if he encounters these or if he just has different people that have encountered them and that just tell their story.
They're all just like sightings, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. A lot of them are really, really weird. You'll hear in just a second. It's pretty crazy though. He's essentially documenting everything that he can, and it's kind of scary once you realize that there are so many people. His books aren't just about one thing in particular; they're usually about multiple things. So the Black Shuck is one of possibly
Many.
hundreds. Yes, possibly hundreds of things that are roaming that area. But also, I tried researching him. I don't know if it's just that we don't have a lot of information on him or if he's just kind of an underground kind of guy. I couldn't find anything. I don't know if it was just the way I was searching.
Well, if we got anybody that lives over there, please give us more information because that's really interesting.
Yes.
Who is this guy?
He's super famous and we're totally desecrating his name.
No, I'm sure we are. I'm so sorry.
England. We really appreciate you. Please. Please. Okay, here we go. So he writes books on folklore, since this is really out there when it comes to animals. He wrote a book called Highways and Byways, which is essentially his encyclopedia of all these different creatures. All right, so I'm going to read an excerpt from the Highways and Byways book. It's about the Black Shuck. The wording in it it's kind of weird. Some of the words don't fit. But I don't think this first quote is going to be too bad. But as I get into other things, you'll realize that some of the words just don't make sense where they are. But maybe he just isn't the greatest at speaking English. I don't know. But here we go. So this is an account of the Black Shuck appearing. This is what Mr. Dutt wrote. He takes the form of a huge black dog and prowls along dark lanes and loathsome-filled footpaths, where, although his howling makes the hearer's blood run cold, his footfall makes no sound. You may know him at once. You should see him by his fierce eye. He has but one, and that, like the Cyclops, is in the middle of his head. But such an encounter might bring you the worst of luck. It is even said that to meet him is to be warned that your death will occur before the end of the year. So you will do well to shut your eyes if you hear him howling. Shut them even if you are uncertain whether it is the dog fiend or the voice of the wind you hear. Should you never set eyes on our Norfolk snarl yow, you may perhaps doubt his existence, and like other learned folks, tell us that his story is nothing but the old Scandinavian myth of the Black Hound of Odin, brought to us by the Vikings who long ago settled down on the Norfolk coast. And in my notes, immediately after all that, I put, in quotations, yikes. So
yeah, no, that sounds really scary.
So yeah, it goes back to Odin and Vikings, which is pretty cool because that means that this little beast is, oh god, wait, what's it? It's not Greek. It's, what is it? Nordic
mythology.
Norse.
Yes.
He's a little Thor thing, kinda. Not really. He's not related to Thor, but he's in the same universe. He exists. So Thor would know this thing, possibly.
Yes,
He would be like, oh boy. So, as the story says, if you meet them, it's not good. Usually, like you said, are they called hellhounds? I don't know if that's
hellhounds.
Like hellhounds. It's not a good thing to see them. If you see them, you're fuzucked. You're not gonna be having a good time. So I mispronounced this, but Norfolk snarlyow. I don't know what that. Wait, hold on. I don't know if that is the original name for these creatures. I have no idea, since it comes from Norse mythology. I think that might be what is going on. But if you guys want to look this kind of stuff up, you can very easily. I would just say look up. Maybe you could just look up Black Shuck, or if you want to go into the Norse part of it, I would look up Norfolk and see where that takes you, or maybe even Odin Black Hound. That'd be kind of cool. A little history lesson.
Cyclops puppy.
Cyclops puppy. That sounds adorable. Oh boy.
I
Okay.
sure that's not what that is.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's probably a lot more terrifying.
Mhm.
Okay. So I am going to go into actual accounts. It's unsettling because unlike the Skinwalker and unlike the Lost episodes, these things they kind of just show up and then just leave. Like they don't really.
Dang, what
You'd
the
think
heck?
I
They're
don't
just
know.
bad omens?
I think they are. I really think they are. I don't want to say too much because there's more notes farther down, but it's just usually they appear during really bad times, which is a lot like hellhounds. They're not good to see. So kinda. You'll hear. I'm gonna go on to this first account. It's pretty wild. Okay, get ready. So the earliest account of these hounds come from a place called Peterborough Abbey in 1127.
Oh, wow.
1127.
Like the
Like
Middle Ages?
we don't even have.
I could be so wrong.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was gonna try to make a joke, but I really don't know if I'm gonna be correct. We didn't have power back then, did we? I don't know.
Hell no, we didn't have no power.
Wait.
What
I wanted.
the
I don't
fuck,
know. I'm sorry. Wait. When did power get invented?
not until like the late 1800s to the early 1900s.
Uh-oh. We still have lamps and oil. Oh boy. Candles.
The start of the
Yikes.
fucking 20th century, probably.
You are correct. I'm sorry. American history is my jam, but history, not the best.
Okay, but like we still don't.
You have a good
Deonte,
point. You have
a
a good point. I'm
disgrace.
sorry. Yes, I am a disgrace. That is very far back. How many years ago back is that from now? That's like 2019 right now.
100.
Yeah. We definitely didn't have any lights going on there. Okay. I am sorry. 1127. I did not mean to disrespect. I thought you guys were, I don't know, doing a little bit more, but apparently not. That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just okay. I'm just gonna read the story now. In the same story, the onlookers discussed that there's this thing called the Wild Hunt, and for fans of The Witcher, I'm sure you guys are all just like, ooh, because that sounds very familiar. It's an interesting event that happens. So this is an account from, I assume it's one of the monks that was in the area at the time. I don't really, so they only gave me the Peterborough Abbey location, and I tried finding out where that is exactly. Assume this is in England. If I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm not 100% sure where it is. Google Maps only shows me things that are in, America. So I tried. So this is an account from someone that was outside or near Peterborough Abbey, and this is what they saw. So it was the Sunday when they sing Exsurge Square. I assume that's some sort of prayer that they do or song that they do frequently on Sundays, religiously. Many men both saw and heard a great number of huntsmen hunting. The huntsmen were black, huge and hideous, and rode on black horses and on black he-goats. And their hounds were jet black with eyes like saucers and horrible. This was seen in the very deep park of the town of Peterborough and all the woods that stretched from that same town to Lincolnshire's Stamford. And in the night, the monks heard them sounding and winding their horns. Reliable witnesses who kept watch in the night declared that there might as well have been 20 or 30 of them winding their horns as near as they could tell. This was seen and heard from the time of his arrival all through Lent and right up to Easter. So, for those of you that don't know, the Wild Hunt is, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to try to get this right with the knowledge that I have. So, from what I got from reading this and from what I've got from my past, the Wild Hunt is this huge event that happens where these demonic horsemen appear with these dogs. And I'm not exactly sure what they hunt, but they go ape shit. They go crazy. Yes, they kill everything they can. I don't know if they have like a
thought in my life.
Yeah, so for fans of The Witcher, they look pretty much like what this says. They have black horses, they're really fast, they just ride through and kill whatever they can. They look hideous and scary. And so the dogs, the Black Shuck, is thought to be one of their hounds. And so imagine 30 of these Cyclops demon things in the woods, and you
they
hear
lost their dogs.
Yes. And so you walk out into the night, and you just listen, and all you hear is their blood-chilling howls and horns and horses. It's, we might go over this in the future. Who knows? Mm, maybe I don't know. Okay, no, I'll definitely cover this. It's pretty interesting though. Although I can't say that it must be fun because everything gets killed. Like if you're in the woods during that time, it's a wrap.
You done for
Apparently,
sis?
yeah, apparently
Overboard.
they manifest. Like I don't think they're people. They're just kind of these
They just
things that
appear.
appear. Yeah, they have their own essence and they kind of just show up and start killing everything and then disappear when the wild hunt's over. And so there's a lot of stories that go on about surviving the wild hunt. Like you just I don't know. It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's
But yes, so the
absolutely
Black
insane.
Shucks. Imagine, I don't know if they still, I'm pretty certain that they don't do this anymore. If they do, PETA and just the entire world's going to be all over that. But there used to be these things where very rich people would get on horses and they would chase and hunt a fox. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. So it's, oh boy. Yeah. It's like that. Instead of having beagles, I think they're beagles or bloodhounds to hunt the fox and track, it's the Black Shucks. So they, compared to who they're serving, they're not really that terrifying when you think about it. But when you put them by themselves in the woods and they're stalking you silently, oh, it gets a lot creepier. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Okay,
that literally sounds insane.
I'm gonna continue. Here we go. So, according to the legends, coming in contact with the dog results in incredibly bad luck and almost immediate death due to how bad the luck is. So, if you meet one of them, it's not, I don't think it'll kill you. I never, oh, okay, yeah, no, it'll kill you. Never mind. I'm wrong. I, you'll hear. Um, so if you meet this thing in the woods, if it doesn't immediately destroy you, you'll walk away from it, everything will be fine, and then you'll get into a hideous car crash and you're dead. And so that's one thing that seems to be constant throughout this entire thing. Just like the hellhounds, if you encounter it, either you or something near you is gonna die soon. Someone you care about. It's kind of strange. It links to you though, so it sucks. It really sucks. What I would like to see is Domino from Deadpool 2 encountering one of these things
Yeah,
because
what would happen to her? Would she just have a normal life?
it'd be crazy. I feel like she'd tame it and then they would cancel each other out constantly.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
sure that
god.
they would.
That's awesome. Okay, okay. All right. So this is where things get kind of depressing. So encountering this creature means that the victim's death will occur within a year, and that's 100% confirmed due to unnatural circumstances. So even if it spares you, even if it doesn't even come close to you, you have a year. That's it. Like your life
That's
is,
insane.
you have 1 year to say goodbye and to get everything together that you want, and then you're gone. You're done for. It's honestly terrifying because at this point, I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna live 100%, but I'd like to think that I at
A
least have,
few, I got 40 years on me at least.
yeah,
I'd
at
like to think.
least at least 40, maybe a reach, maybe 70. I don't know. That'd be sick.
As would
Being
people.
I'd be like 80, I'd be like 99 years old, but who knows? Yeah. So you don't really think about how many years you have because people don't really
And we
die
don't
like
think
they
about
used to.
and we don't think about time whenever we're in the moment.
Exactly. I was thinking about the phrase, it's like you never know when today could be your last. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
yeah, but also, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't really think about it as much. It's terrifying to think about
a year is
because
not a long time.
it is not. You would only get to experience the seasons one more time, and then you're
That's
one more
insane to think
Christmas,
about.
and then you're gone. That's yeah, it's nuts. So that sucks. And there are also cases where the Black Shark will approach a victim just to simply terrify them, letting them escape, and then they go home, only for a close family member of theirs to die or become incredibly ill shortly afterwards.
Dang.
So yeah, I don't think that these
Only
things
bad things come.
yeah. Only well, okay, hold on. Actually, you're about to hear some stuff that might make you think otherwise. Who knows? But meeting these things is bad overall. I don't know why I want one. I
I
would
wouldn't
probably die in a
recommend
year,
it.
but Yeah. The one thing that I am not certain about is if they are mean spirited themselves because they're still animals. I didn't read anything anywhere that said they have the intelligence of a human. They know what they are and what they can do. I don't think, like the Skinwalker, I don't think that they have this drive to destroy and kill everything. I think they're just wolves, to be honest. Like they just
Hmm.
seem like wolves because they don't go out of like they won't show up in your house. They're not gonna just appear out of nowhere to kill you and your family. But if you go and you're walking in their territory, obviously any animal, if you're in their spot, any predator is gonna jump on you. So yeah, I don't know. Keep your final judgment up in the air because they don't seem okay, they're pretty bad. They'll kill your
No,
family.
they're pretty
But
bad, but I like to think of it like a really bad skunk.
yes,
They're just
yes.
doing what
Oh,
they have to.
they just do what they gotta do. Okay. So in some tales, this is where things get great. I think you'd like this. I think everyone's gonna like this. So in some stories, the creatures are seen following women home and protecting them instead of attacking them.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
they don't give negative effects to the women that they protect. And so if you're walking by yourself at night and you look to your side or your bottom, I don't know, the thing's freaking huge, so you just be kind of like you wouldn't hear it though. But if you look to your left, you'd see this giant wolf thing. And immediately I'm sure you'd either pee your
Freak
pants
out.
or freak out. But no, it's to protect you. And that sounds great. That sounds
Oh, that's
so
so good
cute.
for me. Like, heck
Oh,
yeah, I got this buddy by my side.
yes. So that makes me think about a few things. So if you encounter it and you have the negative effects, you die, obviously. That's, pretty
Mhm.
simple. But if you encounter it and you don't have the effects, does that mean that it controls who it gives it to?
I'm
Because,
sure it's like a guard thing. You know how like
oh,
a hedgehog puts up its spikes when it feels like it's about to die or something?
yeah.
So I think it's an instinct reaction.
Wow, that's awesome. It's so great. They're so cute. Okay.
Yes.
Also, here's another thing. There are also accounts of these creatures helping lost travelers find their way home. So, if you're out there and you're, trying to find these things and you get lost, they'll guide you home. And once again, you won't die, no negative effects. Apparently, they have hearts. They have hearts in those
And
headless
it's a
wolf bodies
doggy.
of theirs.
All
Yeah,
dogs go to heaven.
even the demon dogs are helping us. Come on.
Yes.
Not
I'm
gonna
sure if you're dying by one of these wolves, the shuck, I'm sure it came for you. Like it was coming for you.
Yeah, I see what you mean. If you're walking in graveyard, I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna say you
Maybe you
deserve
need to
it. That's
reevaluate it before that shit comes for your ass.
yeah, if you get attacked by a skinwalker or something, you can't be mad, like okay, okay. They're squaring up. I can hear it. Okay, no, it's okay. Sorry guys. I'm gonna continue before I get jumped. So these are sightings again. So the first time I was reading was the sighting of the first Black Shuck being seen. This is afterwards. This is them by themselves. So that monk saw the wild hunt happening, and that's the only reason that he knew that they existed. This is straight up a Black Shuck is up in your business, and you have no idea what's going on. Here we go. So the most popular occurrences are at churches named Bungay and Blythburgh in Suffolk. On August 4th, 1577, at Blythborough Church, a Black Shuck is said to have burst in through the church doors to a clap of thunder. He ran up to the nave, past a large congregation, killing a man and a boy, causing the church steeple to collapse through the roof. As the dog left, he left scorch marks on the north door, which can be seen at the church to this day.
Oh
The
my
encounter on the
god.
same day at Bungay was described in a strange and terrible, I'm going to pronounce it how they did, strong and Terrible Wonder by the Reverend Abraham Fleming in 1577. The Black Dog, or the Devil, as they call it. And there is apparently another name for this thing. They call it not devil. When you say, not Devil, they pronounce it Divel. That's how they spell it. They call it
Devil.
Devilin likeness. It might be the accent. I don't know who decided to write in the accent to the
It's
note.
probably ye old English.
Yes. Okay. So this pastor or this reverend, he saw this thing come in and they call it God he knoweth all who worketh all. I don't know what that means, but goodness. So the Black Shuck burst into this church. This is the second church, running all around down the body of the church with great swiftness and incredible haste. Among the people, in a visible form and shape, passed between two persons. As they were kneeling upon their knees and occupied in prayer, as it seemed, he wrung the necks of both of them
Oh
in
my
a single
god.
motion. And I think, okay, so the notes that I'm reading are in kind of a weird, I don't know what's up with this, but as I was saying earlier, the English is kind of strange. I'm going to read it exactly how it says, and you'll see. So it says, wrung the necks of them both, like both with an E at the end of it. At one instant, clean backwards. I assume that means that he did it backwards. Like he hit them with that rung so hard
Oh
that
my
they
god.
flew back. Oh god, in sumch. I don't know what that means. So he did it so quickly. He ran in there. He wrung their necks, which I assume means that he. What does that mean? Does that mean that you hung them? Like you just kind of like snatch someone's neck and they
Yeah, he
die?
just grabbed their necks really hard.
Oh wait, do you? Oh, isn't is that the thing that wolves do to like bunnies? I think it is where they
I
shake
think
they shake
that's what
them.
I'm thinking.
That's so bad. I'm sorry, bunnies. We love you.
Yeah, rest in
So
peace, y'all.
this, so yeah, just this dude and his son chilling, praying. All of a sudden, this huge beast of a wolf comes in and grabs them both by the neck. And it's not a tortured thing. They didn't get. It wasn't drawn out. It was so massive and so strong that it came in and it bit their necks to the point to where their heads flew off.
Oh my
And
god.
they were still kneeling. Like it didn't disturb them kneeling. And so they were still praying.
That's so creepy. I don't like
Yes.
that. I don't like that
Yes.
one bit.
It was really bad. And like imagine just sitting there, you're chilling, all of a sudden, boom, wolf runs in, snatches dude's necks, and then leaves. And that's it. That's all it did. It just
Rude.
came in and it just took their necks. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the locals in these areas consider the creature maybe the devil. And so in the last church story, I mentioned that the wolf scorched the doors. And so I don't really know if that means that there were paw prints or fingerprints, but the locals call the scorch marks left behind the devil's fingerprints. And
Oh,
they won't go near those things. They really don't like it.
I
Oh
wouldn't
goodness.
either.
Yeah, they really hate it a lot. It's not a good look. I wouldn't be too
Wouldn't
excited either
recommend it
if
for anybody.
exactly. Churches are supposed to be holy places where demons and all kind of stuff can't get in, but this thing
Mm-hmm.
literally sprinted in and killed people and then left like nothing was happening. Oh my
That's
goodness.
literally insane.
Okay, so this is the last part of my notes. This was a short one today. People speculate that an electrical storm occurred during these events, which led this to become folklore. So there was a huge storm happening, and honestly, it could have just been a regular wolf that no one really saw
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, maybe it had one eye. A
Yeah, maybe
mangy
it
wolf.
was. It could have been a deformed wolf. Who knows? But this wolf killed two people, and so they assume that this huge thing happened. Oh, it's a legend, it's a myth, and so it immediately became famous. It became huge. It's once again like Bigfoot for them. So
Mm-hmm.
people say that there being a thunderstorm made it super crazy and ultra cinematic because there was a clap of thunder as it opened the door. As I was saying. Just imagine you hear it's like the movies, like someone flings the door open. There's a huge,
Yeah, there's a big
yeah,
and
it's
that
pretty
shit just
crazy.
rips off two people's heads.
I really don't know what I would do. Okay, so I don't go to church very often, but I respect it. You know, I
Yeah.
really like the feeling. It's so nice. People get all dressed up. It's so cool. Oh
Mm-hmm.
boy. And so if I were to go to church for the first time in a long time,
Just
and
see two fools necks get broken and fucking heads pop off like baby dolls. I'd be like, okay, so I'm never coming back.
yes, yes. Honestly, at that point, I really don't know. I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would
I'd
believe
be like,
in.
I'm about to peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all real soon. I guess on the other side, but this ain't for me. Like, y'all doing too much today. Especially during the storm, I wouldn't have left the house anyway. I'd be like, okay,
Oh
I can pray at
goodness.
home.
Oh jeez. Yes, that's crazy. I really don't know. If you guys know me, I'm super into paranormal stuff and I try to keep a very neutral standpoint on a lot of things. So if a black demon of any kind were to come into any place that I am occupying, I would be stoked but also terrified because if that demon exists and if that is real, then that means that other things are possibly real too. And
This just
that
opens a lot of doors, and that is the scariest part of it.
Yeah, if I were to see a ghost 100%, I would be terrified because that means demons have a possibility of existing. That means that angels could exist. That means that there could be something up there. And,
I'm
I
not
mean,
ready for that question to be answered just quite yet.
yep, I am not ready for that. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
what a world that is.
Oh, what a world that is. Yeah. Okay. So this is the Oh World podcast. And the world right now, if you guys are keeping track of everything, is in a bit of chaos with climate change and things going extinct. And so I'm going to start sharing Earth facts and animal facts every time the episode ends to kind of lighten the mood. Is that okay, Amanda?
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, so the bees are probably going to be my go-to because we need to save them. We need to work on preserving them. Bees are precious, and
They were
I don't.
recently held as the most important animal.
I was going to say that. Yes,
Oh my
if,
goodness.
if they go extinct, oh my god. I don't know what's going to
We
happen. I'm
we're
really
we're,
nervous.
we're freaking connected.
Yes,
Wow.
the good thing is, it appears that people are very aware of this. Minecraft, if you guys love Minecraft, I love Minecraft. They're adding bees to the
Yeah, I
game,
heard
and
that.
it's so good. And the reason they're adding bees, they actually talked about this. The reason they're adding bees is because they're going extinct, and they want people to be able to understand that they need to protect them. And so having them in the game as this thing that helps you as you help them, it's awesome because people will also start planting flowers in real life. It's great.
No, I
It
like that.
is
I love initiative.
great.
What a great way to end this episode.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Looking at my bee facts right now. I'm gonna shoot one out there. If you guys really enjoy it, please let me know. I would continue to share facts about different things. It's pretty fun. This is a fun one. Honeybees are the only insects that produce food consumed by humans.
Oh, that's really. Oh,
Yeah, isn't that weird? Think
yeah.
about it. I mean, you think, oh, but cows make. Nope, they're not bugs. What other bugs do we eat from? I mean, okay, if you're one of those dudes that are eating the freaking cooked scorpions, you don't count, okay? You can't eat the bug.
But
The
like they
bees make
make
the
it.
food.
Like they're like in their little homes and they're making that shit. Like they got the recipes.
They do. Oh, man. Yeah, bees are great. They're so good.
It's literally bee saliva. That's my favorite part too.
I was watching a documentary question mark about how
Hmm.
they create the honey that we eat in the little containers, and they literally take chunks, well, not chunks, they take sheets of the honeycomb and they scrape them off into this machine. And so the parts that I think it's either the parts that they so the honey that we eat flows off of these honeycomb layers, and what's left over is made into these little cake things. And so they literally cut the honeycomb up, and there's honey trapped inside of it. And so it's like a cake. Imagine, oh my goodness, I can't even express it. It's like a waxy, I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird. Think of honey, but as a solid, and it has the consistency
That's really cool. It's
of
like
like a
wax.
thick brownie. Yes, it's like
Beeswax.
it's edible wax. That's literally what it is. Oh,
Beeswax. Wow,
and
we're so smart.
oh goodness, oh goodness, we're gonna get, we're gonna get, we're gonna
People
get
are like,
clowns.
wow, these two idiots just figured out what.
Wow. I'm sorry, I just love bees.
No, I love
Um,
bees too.
One thing that I want to make sure, so I don't want to look too far in the future because I don't know what's going to happen with the podcast, but fingers crossed it continues and everything is awesome. Future
Mhm.
me, if you're listening back, hi, I hope everything's going well. I really don't know where you guys are at, but good luck. Stay
Yeah, no, good
happy.
luck with y'all.
For those of you guys that don't know, we
I'm just
created
chilling.
this,
I'm just chilling.
and it's always been to push the narrative that we need to protect the earth. So if you guys are really into that kind of stuff, get ready because we're going to be talking about a lot of earth stuff. And that's the entire reason for this podcast existing. We're talking about stuff
Mhm.
on earth. We might talk about aliens, but I mean,
If
that'll
it
be
is, we're talking about them on Earth.
yeah, on earth. Yes. So, before you finish this episode, if you can, just take a second, look outside, look at a tree, make eye contact. If it has eyes, then you got some bigger problems, but just look at it, just appreciate it because they're here. They're just chilling, and we're all just chilling together. We all share this marble sized planet. in space. It's not marble sized, but it's pretty cool. Respect the bees because they love you and they like to dance, so that's fun.
Yes, they do like to dance. I know they do.
All right, Amanda. Do you have anything else that you would like to share? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Wait, I have one more thing. It's pretty big.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is just in case, Amanda, if I go missing within the next few days,
Oh,
you know why. This is
okay.
evidence of what's going on. Okay, okay. Check me out. Okay. So I had a dream, and normally I don't really look too far into my dreams. It's not that big of a deal, but I had a dream not that long ago, literally like yesterday, I think it was. I was in an autopsy room and I couldn't see my body. I couldn't pivot my head at all. But there was a man speaking about how this woman had taken a razor and she cut every inch of her husband's body. And so I assume the man talking to me, there was a guy narrating what was happening and what happened to the lady. I assume he was either the doctor or I was his assistant in the autopsy room or something,
Mm-hmm.
but he was going on about that. And so I was able to move again. And so I walk over and I see a body right beside the man that got sliced and diced. And I walk over to it and I'll never forget. I'll never forget the moment. It's burned to my brain. I walk up to the lady and she sits up and she grabs my shirt and like kind of grabs the collar of my shirt and pulls me closer. And without missing a beat, without even making it sound, oh, this is a dream, it sounded so real, Amanda. She looked at me and she had blue going down her face because she wasn't breathing not that long ago. She had a bluish purple color to her skin and she was very
Mm-hmm.
pale. Her eyes got really big, and the words that she said came out in a gasp, but they made perfect sense. Like it was like she sounded like one of the tethered. She
Oh
sounded like one of
God,
the tethered.
no.
Yes, it was horrifying. And so she looks at me and she says, "You're gonna die." And then I wake up and I
What the
can't.
hell?
Yes, and then I'm
Deonte,
forced
what the
awake.
fuck?
I
What the
don't
fuck?
know. I don't know. It was freaking terrifying. I don't know. I feel like it means
Fuck
something,
this
but
shit, I'm out.
I don't like the way that she said it. She was so
Like she
confident in
said
it too.
that. That's
She,
that's
you did.
okay. Hopefully that's not. Maybe she meant in the future, because we all die
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, you have a point. Maybe she's just one of those people that's like, haha, technically I'm right. My calculations. Like, oh my God, please spare me.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
that's
Okay.
that's all I can share. Do you have anything to share, Amanda? Anything at all? I want to give you the stage. I'm sorry for talking so
No,
much.
no. It's so good that you talk so much because I'm so low energy right now. I'm so sorry. But
That's okay.
I just hope that everybody has a great rest of their week and that we'll see you guys next week.
Heck yeah. I hope everyone's enjoying Spookin' Season. We have stuff planned and it's coming, is what I'm trying to say. I'm working on it. Hang in
Yes,
there.
it's
Only a few
coming.
more weeks. We'll
Yay.
do. So what I plan on doing before I wrap this up is I wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna have Halloween themed notes coming soon. So when this episode drops, it's kind of getting your toe in the spooky pool. This is kind of the
I
appetizer.
like the
And
spooky.
yes, as we continue, I'm thinking of doing some horror movie themed episodes. That'd be sick. I think one of the big ones
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
really
do,
cool.
here's a little sneak peek. I don't know if you guys like Michael Myers, you might wanna check it out. It's gonna be kind of sick.
Okay.
Thanks for
Bye,
listening, guys.
everybody. See you
Bye. We
later.
appreciate you. Save the bees, maybe. Yeah, please.